You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this live, Your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru is in the building. VP Shane will be in here momentarily. BoxingFirst Vlog should be in here in a little bit. I do apologize for the tardiness. Had a little issue at the crib, so I had to handle that. Chris G in the building. What's going on? Coming fresh off of the Benavidez fight. What's going on with you? My guy, freshly signed. Tree James is in the building, man. Big shout out to Big Tree. Congratulations to you, good brother, on the promotional deal. Long time coming, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Chris G, man, let us know what your experience was at the Benavidez fight. You was front row right there with the media folks where I would have been sitting. We had a great night of fights last night, man. Benavidez, Kyron Davis. Benavidez went in there, did his thing. Kyron showed so much heart. I think them throwing in the towel was the correct decision. The Jaime Munguia, Gabe Rosado fight was absolutely crazy. A lot of action in that fight. We definitely going to talk about that. The upset of the night is definitely Kiko Martinez over Kid Galahad. Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Nobody called that. For the people that's watching, please go to g5jeftv.com. Go subscribe to the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League. We got fights, I think, coming up this Wednesday, actually, the Tim Tszyu fight. So, yeah, we need y'all to go in there and join the fantasy league, man. $500 to the winner of the league, and it's absolutely free to join. Don't get too much better than that. My man Chris G said it was amazing, bro. I felt important sitting front row. Hey, man, that's the feeling they give you, man. Like, feel like you were part of the in crowd. You at the cool lunch table in high school. You know what I'm saying? For sure, man. But like I said, man, VP Shane will be in here in a little bit. He was actually waiting for me this whole time. And I had to jump on before Facebook actually deleted the live. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to VP Shane. He said Terry Harper got upset too, but her opponent had lots of power. Yeah, Alicia Baumgardner is a problem. Definite problem. I met her at the J-Rock Rosario fight, and she a baddie, yo. She a baddie for real. But big shout out to everybody that was in the live last night. The Kiko Martinez, Kid Galahad live, and the Jaime Munguia and Gabe Rosado live as well. The Munguia and Rosado live was cooking, man. Like, we really couldn't get to the Benavidez fight. It was crazy how it went down. Shane wasn't in the live. Vlog wasn't in the live. We was tired, yo. We was tired as hell, man. Like, everybody went to sleep, and I just so happened to pop up right before the fight started and just decided to go live, man. But that joint was lit. Almost 4,000 views. We had about 175 people in the live at the same time, man. That thing was cooking. That thing was cooking something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shane just called me on the phone, so he probably gonna get on here and curse me out. Will Stokes in the building. Big shout out to Will Stokes. Said Shane's reaction to Galahad getting KO'd, man, was creaming himself. I'm gonna tell him you said that too. Shane once again with his patriotism. That is funny. Shane gonna be in here in a second. Yo, you came in here at the perfect time. Yo, Will throwing shots.
Will throwing shots at me?
Yes, he is. Hold on.
How's he throwing shots at me?
Read that.
Shane's reaction to Galahad getting knocked out, man, was creaming. Bro, the reason why, you know why he's saying that? I'll tell you why he's saying that. Because I'm always telling this guy about British fighters. They always fall short at elite level. And this guy's always got every single British fighter on the tip of his tongue. Before the fight, look at this guy's post. He's always posting a British fighter. You can do it. You can do it. This guy's he's just an optimist. That's what he is. He's an optimist.
Oh man! Big shout out to Will Stokes. Check that one. Check
He's
that one
staying
out.
once again with his patriotism, bro. I keep it real with boxing. Boxing's an international sport. It's not just a British sport. But when you watch boxing on a global level, Will, you'll realize that this is a real. It's more than just UK following.
Yeah, for sure, man. Big shout out to Will Stokes taking shots at VP Shane, man. Fresh out the gate. Chris G said, "Oh my God, Will, I need to see that reaction, bro." We was all hype, yo. We
Bro,
was
we were
all
all
hype.
hype. It was Jeff's fault
We was
because
we was
you know
all
what, it
hype.
was Jeff's fault because Jeff saw the knockout first. And then once we saw it, it was crazy. It was like,
Yo,
wow.
that joint was insane, yo. That joint was insane, like no doubt. Um, yeah, Will Stokes, you bugging, man. You was bugging something
I mean,
crazy, man.
both lives were dope. I wasn't in the second live. Jeff set
Yeah.
me up with that one. He set me up big time. Bro,
Hey,
Jeff
man.
set me up. Jeff said, yeah, he said he's gonna call me after the live. He spoke after the live. He said he's going live at 3. He set the live for 2:30. I stayed up until 3 a.m. I messaged this guy. He did not respond. So I'm thinking this guy's sleeping. So I fell asleep. The dude woke up and he didn't even wait. He didn't even message me back, and he just went live. So set me
let
up.
me explain. Let me explain what happened. So he's right up until the time of the message. So I didn't see the message. I just seen that by the time I woke up, Jaime Munguia was going in the ring. So I had a decision to make. So I'm like, I'm either going to go on live right now or I'm taking my ass back to sleep. So I decided to go on live, and I kept checking my phone to see if he was going to become active on Instagram, and he never did. So I'm like, all right, well, he probably sleep. So that's how that went down. So I didn't set him up on purpose. We just I think we all fell asleep, and I just so
Yeah.
happened to wake up first. You know what I'm
I
saying?
woke up when the fight was finished, and I was so annoyed.
Hey Shane, take the comments. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Will Stokes says Galahad was absolutely blitzing Kiko. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Just one horrible mistake, bro. It's always one horrible mistake with these British fighters. Just like Charlie Edwards when he got knocked out by Julio Cesar Martinez, or when Yafai got knocked out by Chocolatito, or when Josh Kelly got knocked out by Avanesian, or who else is there that we've seen get knocked out? Tony Bellew, you get knocked out against Adonis Stevenson, or Usyk. When we saw, what do you say, Joe? Oh, Josh Warrington and Lara, we've seen that as well. I mean, it's becoming a theme. It's becoming a theme with these British fighters. AJ getting knocked out by Ruiz. Who else is there that we've seen? Like British boxing is Eddie Hearn is just selling what's it called? Sand in the desert right now. You guys think he's selling you guys gold, but he's selling you guys a dream. That's what he's selling you. He's levels above Kiko. Man rocked Kiko about 5 times in 5 rounds, and he couldn't knock him down once. And then Kiko hit him with one shot, and it was good night. The dude hit him with one shot, and it was over. It was over, Will. You can say what you want about it. It's just, the thing is, Kiko Martinez isn't even a world level operator at 126. So if you're getting knocked out by him, you have no chance against the likes of Navarrete or Gary Russell Jr. And I'm not even a fan of Gary Russell Jr. But he has no chance against none of those dudes because we see this dude, bro, it's not a good look for British boxing. Let's just put it that way. Eddie Hearn is literally flogging you guys a dream. Next time I gotta have the media pass around my neck and I'll really feel like I'm at the cool lunch table. Bro, you know what you need to do? When we get these Spanish people in the live that speak in Spanish, what you need to do is send you need to start doing the translations for us. We got a lot of Spanish people that jumped in yesterday, so we need someone to do the translations for us. Will Stokes says, nah, but these guys were all struggling at times before they got KO'd. This was literally one mistake. Bro, doesn't mean anything. They still got knocked out. They still got knocked out. AJ weren't struggling. AJ put Ruiz on the canvas, then he got knocked out, bro. There is no, it's not a struggle, bro. They're just not good enough. That's what it is. And let's keep it real. Kiko Martinez isn't supposed to beat Galahad. Even though he was getting the better of Kiko Martinez, bro, we're giving Galahad credit for beating Kiko Martinez over the first 5 rounds, but he shouldn't be even in the ring with him because he's on another level. But what it showed is that these British fighters are just not that good. They're just not that good, and that's just the facts.
Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead.
Chris G says, "How I do my best when I see the Spanish." Yeah, man, we need those translators, those translations.
Yeah, definitely need them. It was about a good 4 or 5 people in the live that stayed in there for a while, and they was just talking Spanish.
I don't even know if they understood what we were saying, but
they stuck around. They stuck around though. They definitely stuck around, man. How did you feel about the towel getting thrown in the Chiron fight? I personally didn't have a problem with it. What you thought, Shane?
I mean, when it comes to the fight in itself, I felt like Benavidez is going to be Benavidez. He's definitely weight bullying at this point. So Benavidez isn't a dude to ice you. He's just going to wear you down and beat you up. So at this point, the chance of winning was gone. There's no chance of winning. And it's about damage limitation. He wasn't able to limit damage by movement and defending himself. So the other way to prevent damage limitation, if he's not going to knock you out, is to stop the fight and put it in your own hands. Because if you can't win, the second best thing is damage limitation. And Chiron wasn't able to do that in the ring. He was getting beaten up. So, yeah. I know some people are saying that they would have rather to see him get knocked out. But Benavidez isn't that dude to knock guys out cold. He's never been that type of fighter.
Yeah, that could have potentially... Now, I'm kind of iffy when it comes down to the towel getting thrown in. But I didn't have a problem with this one. I really didn't have a problem with this one because when you fighting Benavidez, when you take a sustained ass whooping, that can really affect you long term. So Breadman basically saved him, to be honest with you. And it was kind of like a live to fight another day type throw-in. It wasn't like you're just quitting. Like, he put his heart out there, man. Like,
and he's a late replacement as well. So what more can he have done?
Yeah, late replacement.
Arguably one of the best in the division.
Yeah, late replacement. Fought hard, man. It was a horrible matchup for him, and he went in there and was a dog in there, man. He was just outgunned.
I wouldn't even have taken that fight if I'm Chiron. I wouldn't even have taken that fight, bro.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, when you're in a position like Chiron, like, you gotta ask yourself, am I gonna get an opportunity this big under normal circumstances? That's probably what he asked himself, and he probably said no.
But maybe but maybe after a few wins, you never know.
Yeah, but I if I was him, depending on the bag, I would have took it too. But I'd have just had a short leash on him. You know what I'm saying? If I was a trainer. So I mean, it played out it played out the way it played out. Like,
I want to answer Will's next comment because it's directed to me. So
okay, so I'm gonna let you read it. Go ahead.
Does your hate for British fighters come from a place of love where you want them to be better? I'm trying to figure out the psychology here. Bro, let me keep it all the way 100. I don't hate British fighters. What I hate is British fight fans. Because British fight fans think only British boxing exists, and they build these fighters up to some incredible level where they're not. Before the fight, Eddie Hearn himself said he feels like nobody in the world can beat Kid Galahad. He's the best in the world. We've heard that when he spoke about Charlie Edwards, Callum Smith. Bro, we've heard it with so many fighters. He builds these British fighters so high. And it's just, in my mind, I'm like, I'm the person who sees it at, they're not that good. So it seems like I'm hating, but I'm not hating. I'm just being real. You see it as they're really good, and I see it as they're not that good. So you feel like I'm hating. But the truth is, this is just another example which proves my point. Whenever British fighters fight at world level, 9 times out of 10 they lose. There's a post on my what's it called? On my Instagram. I listed 17 fighters. Now I can list 18 fighters who have lost fighting for a world title. I could only list three fighters who's beaten world-class opponents. Now I can list Sonny Edwards. So 4 fighters who have beaten world-class opponents. I don't mean British level or European level. I mean world-class opponents. Fury, AJ, Josh Taylor, and Sonny Edwards. Those are the only 4. Not even Lawrence Okoli, because Glavatsky was not a world-level fighter at the time. That's my point. They just get built up like they're the best thing, and that's what annoys me, because British fight fans believe this. They believe this. It's the same thing when I heard when what's that dude's name? This Nelson that works for Sky. He said that James Tennyson can knock out Tank. This is what we hear all the time. It's just annoying when you hear these British fighters get built up to something that they're not. That's why I don't like it.
I'm glad this young lady is in the building. Kiki said, what's happening? I have a message for you, Kiki. I was going to text you, but I said, you know what? We need to be eyeball to eyeball. You are the only person to pick Kiko Martinez in the fantasy league.
Only person.
The only person. So congratulations to you. And the way my birds is looking right now, I might have to come back and get another bet with you on the Cowboys, but that's another story for another day. Will Stokes.
Why did you pick Kiko Martinez on the fight?
That's a better question. Why did you pick Kiko?
Did you just guess, or did you know that Kiko was gonna beat Galahad?
Yeah, we need answers. Shane, I'm pretty sure that's for you. Go ahead.
Play of the night as far as non-fighters go to Mark Lyson for his Terry Harper stoppage. Bro, might be the best stoppage I've ever seen from a referee. Could have saved her career or even her life. Bro, that wasn't a great stoppage. Everybody on the earth knew. Everybody on earth knew that she had to stop the fight. The girl was stiff. She couldn't move. So you have to stop the fight at that point. Of course you have to stop the fight.
I got a funny question, yo. Could you have technically gave a standing 8 count? A leaning 8 count? Like,
bro, you can't give nothing.
A stiff 8 count. Like, what?
You gotta wait. I've never seen anyone so stiff standing up.
Oh man. Kiki, Dallas Cowboys 7-2. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, y'all look good today. I ain't gonna fraud. Y'all look good today. Chris G. I was at the fight live. I didn't like it at the time, but watching on the TV, I didn't see too much of an issue. I didn't have an issue with it.
I didn't have an issue with it. I'm glad you were at the fight though, the Benavidez fight.
Yeah. Chris G told me off camera. He said if Benavidez gets the Canelo fight, he's gonna empty out his 401k and go to the fight.
No.
Yo, who that? Your brother, yo?
No, my cousin.
Oh, tell my son what's up. He make his prediction?
He does. He's not a massive boxing fan.
I don't give a damn. He need to be in the fantasy league.
Fair enough.
Yeah, stop playing around. He said Davis got 400,000 for the fight and made a good account for himself. You know what? I didn't know how much Chiron made for the fight. I actually would have took it because
you'd have taken it.
Yeah, because he's never going to see 400,000 in one fight. He wasn't going to see that in one fight. The thing is, they offered him double of what they offered Rolly to fight Tank.
If you think about it, 400,000 on late notice is actually better than 400,000 up front. Because that means you don't have to pay
Facts.
for camp or sparring partners or anything.
Yeah, so he pocketed a lot of that change.
He pocketed a lot of that money.
Yeah, Kiki said, I'm listening. Said, I know a little bit about something. That's
fair
funny.
enough. Fair enough.
I checked out his highlights. Fair enough. Seeing those shots in person Davis was taking, I don't know how he was still standing.
Benavidez doesn't have that eraser power though. He doesn't have he's got a power that will wear you down and eventually break you down. but he doesn't have that power that just switches your lights off. He doesn't have that.
All right, so we got a new person in here, and I don't know how I'm gonna handle this because I don't know what he's talking about. My email says Black UK Dummy. Is that towards you?
I
Shane?
assume so.
Okay. He knows nothing of NBA or NFL.
That's a fact. That's a straight fact.
Block him.
I don't know nothing about NBA or
You
NFL.
clown. I don't know who that is. That might be your cousin in the other room. You're playing around. Kiki and asked questions to my people and made a decision. Fair enough. Kiki said Ashley's Corner is my source for just about all of my questions.
But Ashley didn't pick
She
Kiko.
didn't pick Kiko.
You're the only one who picked Kiko.
Yeah. Said I don't see this troll in this chat.
Bro, we're getting this more regular.
Yeah, we get hey Kiki, they listen, they tell you ain't made it until you get trolls. So, you know.
I never ever feel the need to address anything negative or get offended by anything negative.
I'm like, man, I'm like after this live, I'm going to the casino to cash out, man. I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries whatsoever.
What was I gonna say, Jeff? So what was your fight of the night or performance of the night for you?
It gotta be Alicia Baumgardner for me. Alicia Baumgardner for me. She was technically a 4-1 dog. Harper was coming off of surgery, but so was Alicia Baumgardner.
She won every second of that fight.
Every single round. Looked confident, looked impressive, and just then I mean the signature dropped the mic. Signature dropped the mic, man. So I give it a Baumgardner.
That was one of the best knockouts.
Yeah, I'll give it a Baumgardner for sure. Kiki, okay, got you. I guess we made it because we have trolls on our show. Yeah, you definitely made it.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely made it, Alicia. Hold on. Fight of the night. Yeah, I agree, Kiki. I agree 100%. Will Stokes, go ahead, take that. Yo, take that.
Will Stokes is if Mark Lyson wasn't British, I bet you'd give him credit for that topic. Bro, I'll tell you, I'll switch it on you, bro. I'll switch it on you. If Mark Lyson
I'll be right back.
If Mark Lyson wasn't British, you probably wouldn't give him credit. That's the difference. You probably wouldn't give him credit. What you don't understand is you have more of a bias towards British fighters than I have against British fighters. Because the fact is, you like British fighters because you come from Britain. I rate British fighters based on fact. That's the difference. You're using emotion and I'm using logic. That's the difference. I never, ever, ever emotionally make a prediction or emotionally back a foreign fighter against a British fighter. I thought Kiko would beat Kid Galahad. Not because I like Kiko I thought Kid Galahad would beat Kiko Martinez. Not because I like Kid Galahad or Kiko. I'm basing it on what I think. I never, ever, ever make predictions based off emotion. You make predictions based off the fact that you're British. You make statements based on the fact that you're British. So you love British boxing. I don't love it. So that's why you feel inclined to talk to me about this. But the truth is, you have more of a bias than me. Why not just say great stoppage? Because I just thought it was a standard stoppage, in my opinion. I feel like it was a standard stoppage. Like, I didn't see anything about it that made me think, oh, that was fantastic. Because the truth is, she got hit with that shot and she got put stiff. Everybody in that situation has to wave the fight off because she can't move. She can't move. At that point, she's standing still doing mannequin challenge and she can't move. Why would you not wave the fight off? It's over. Of course, I would, Shane. It was an excellent stoppage, bro. It was a standard stoppage to me. It was a standard stoppage. I didn't see anything about it that made me think that it was what's it called? Like excellent. Just standard. The general's in the building. What's up, fellas? Still in traffic. Bro, I don't know what time you're gonna get out of traffic. What happened to you yesterday? How come you didn't jump on live with Jeff? I assume you fell asleep as well, but you shouldn't have fell asleep, bro. This was it fell in line with you're on the west coast of America, so the fight should have fell in line with your timing. But yeah, Alicia Baumgardner was definitely the performance of the night. I think who else was good? Kiko landed a lucky shot and was able to knock Kid out.
Okay.
And who else was a dope fighter? Who else had a dope performance? Munguia had a good performance. I want to talk about Munguia because he brought up Jeff brought up Munguia and Andrade. I want to talk about that in a second. Bruce Cole says salute, brothers. Also, it's the fact that he managed to jump in before Alicia slept her. David Price would disagree when you said that was a standard stoppage, by the way, Shane. By the way, the ref tried to stop the Povetkin fight as well. The difference is Povetkin was just so close to Price that the ref couldn't get in the way before he landed that left hook. I was off that cognac. That's funny. Chiron Heart of the night. If you want to go there, bro. I don't believe in none of that. That means nothing to me.
I got
That
it.
means
No,
nothing
hold on, Shane. Shane, you can't be so cold-hearted, bro.
Bro,
Can't be so cold-hearted.
Yeah, love you.
Now you being cold with that, Shane.
Bro, that means nothing to me.
Shane, you being cold-hearted, bro. You being cold-hearted.
Bro, it means nothing to me. When you lose, you lose. I don't care about who. If you should, heart is something everybody should show in boxing.
Hey, Shane, that's why I said you being cold right now. Because you can't give Chiron the same energy that you give AJ. You can't give him the same energy, bro. You can't.
The difference is I criticize AJ because he's showing me something that every fighter should show. Chiron showed me something that Chiron showed me. I have a certain standard. He didn't go above my standard. The reason why I criticize AJ because he fell below my standard. Chiron did not go above my standard.
But who is Chiron Davis though?
Chiron Davis is a boxer.
He is a boxer under the circumstances. He didn't show no heart under the circumstances.
No, he showed heart, but I'm not going to give him credit for that.
Why are you not going to give him credit for that? Hold on, Shane.
Once you go in that ring, you should show heart.
Listen. You're not going to give him credit for that, but then you'll dog somebody that's not. We can't go both ways with it, baby.
No, it does.
We
because
can't.
He fell short of my standard. I'm not.
You just said he's a boxer. You don't have no standards for Chiron, and it was on short notice.
I do have standards. Okay, everybody, one second. Everybody who goes through the ropes and goes into that squared circle, as they love to call it, they have to show heart. They have to show heart. If you don't show heart, you shouldn't be in the ring. That's why I criticize AJ. Right. I'm not gonna. It should be mandatory. It should be compulsory for every fighter to show heart. I'm not gonna give you credit for something that should be compulsory.
Shane, be careful with your words, though. It's your words that you're using. I understand what you're saying.
Go on.
The words that you use.
What word did I use?
Your words is coming off a little harsh. Your words is coming off a little harsh.
I don't really care. I'm not going to give you credit for that.
Shane, but there's levels to heart being shown. Every boxer has heart because they in the business. You understand what I'm saying?
Fact.
Everybody has different levels of heart. So AJ, right? He went out like a punk, like he went out like a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter what the standards were. He went out like a bitch. Chiron took a joint on short notice, right? He took a joint on short notice. He fought arguably the most dangerous guy in the division. No camp, no nothing. He went in and he went out on his shield because somebody else had to throw the towel in.
That's amazing.
All I'm saying, I take that back. It's not the words. Your energy is similar to the AJ energy you give it. Energy is similar.
No.
Your tone is similar.
Don't ever do
your
that.
Tone is similar.
I'll never do Chiron like that. Let me tell you, there's no way on this earth I would ever talk about Chiron like I talk about AJ. AJ is a disgrace to boxing. He's a disgrace to heavyweight boxing. No heavyweight champion should lose their title like that. There's no difference between AJ and I'm trying to think of a champion of the past. I don't even know. I can't even think of one. He went out like an absolute punk. He went out like a punk. So I'll never ever out. Kyron didn't go out like a punk. He went out like a real
He went
boxer
out like
should.
a G. He went out
He
like a
went out
G.
like a boxer should.
He went out
And I
like a
give you
G.
credit for that, but heart of the
That's
night.
all I wanted to hear, bro. That's all I wanted to
it's
hear.
boxing. But it's boxing. Every fighter should do that, though. Every fighter should do that.
But it's some situations and it's some circumstances you gotta kind of go outside of your box. All I'm saying is this Chiron situation should be a situation where you kind of go outside of your box a little bit. Now, under normal circumstances, I would agree with you 100%. But he took this joint off of what, 2 weeks notice?
Something like that.
2 weeks notice. And well, we both know what he made. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that he took it. This is one of them joints where I'm gonna think outside of the box, and I'm probably gonna give him more credit than I usually would a fighter in this situation. That's all I'm saying. But you said your energy is not the same as AJ. We square. We good.
Bro, it could never be the same, bro. I would never call Chiron a disgrace to
I was just telling you what it sounded like for a second. That's all. Hold on, let me get my man BoxingFirst Vlog. He said Kiko right was not lucky. Did somebody say his right hand was lucky?
I said it was lucky.
You said it was a lucky shot?
Yeah, I said it was a lucky shot, and I believe it's a lucky shot.
Okay. D Hodges in the building. Big shout out to my guy D Hodges. BoxingFirst Vlog, he was out of weight class, so he was supposed to get stopped by a pound for pound guy. Who was he talking about?
Who's a pound for pound guy?
He can't be talking about Galahad.
I know for a fact you're not talking about Galahad.
Hold on. Oh, he talking about Chiron. He talking about Chiron.
Yeah, but who's the pound for pound guy?
Benavidez.
On what? On whose list?
His.
He must be on drugs.
You gonna make him come in this live? D Hodges, I give Davis credit for his chin. That boy can take a punch. Yeah, he
I'm not gonna discredit that. I'm not gonna discredit that, but I'm not gonna just invent reasons to give people credit neither.
Yeah, but you gotta give it up though, Shane. You see, hey Shane, listen. I'm gonna tell you why though. You see so many situations with fighters is acting like pure bitches, bro.
Yeah,
we see it all the time. We see it all the time. Yeah, when somebody goes above and beyond though, we gotta give them a little credit. Like a little.
I give them credit for being professional.
Listen, turn down your hardcore meter just a smidge, man. My God, like you was hardcore for real. God damn, Shane went to the death. Like Chris G, you always give credit for heart. Some fighters don't show it, and you hate to see it. AKA Chavez Jr.
That's why when I see fighters that don't show credit, there's nobody on this earth. And I say this on this earth, out of 7 billion people on this earth, that discredits fighters that show no heart. Nobody more than me. No one. Because when AJ went out like an absolute punk, I wasn't having it. I was one of the most vocal, and I was disgusted in that performance from AJ. Disgusted.
But every fight performance ain't the same. Every level of expectation ain't the same. Every level of heart is not the same in every fight. So it's kind of like you take like a boring ass fight. Let's just say like Danny Jacobs and Gabe Rosado. Like that was a boring ass fight, right? So both of them, they technically showed heart because they was in there. But then you take an old school fight like a Castillo Corrales, right? Where it was just balls to the wall crazy.
Yeah.
Both dudes show heart. That's a situation where I'm just like, okay, that's above the norm. So I'm gonna give them credit because that was way above the norm. Like way above. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying when it's above level, like I mean way above level in the circumstances. So that's the only I'm just saying Chiron deserve. I will say this though. Shane. I will say this. Chiron does deserve another opportunity, like a big opponent. Big opponent, he deserves it. But I would like it at 160 though. I think he deserves a shot at somebody, like a nice payday. Because he basically looked out for PBC, basically. He basically looked out because they would have had to scrap the card. They'd had to scrap the card.
Well, find the absolute nobody.
Yeah, which that wasn't going to work because they already sold tickets and all that. So he literally bailed PBC out. And usually Al will take care of somebody to look out for him, like in a last minute joint. Usually he do. Like when the dude Peralta got robbed in the fight against Ramos, he gave him Tony Harrison in the next fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Al usually take care of his guys when it comes down to stuff like that. D Hodges, he took it on 3 weeks notice to not make excuses. I mean, it's not an excuse, like it's just a fact. But the thing is, he could have had a year in advance and he still would have probably lost the same way. He'd have lost the same way. Bolo in the building. Bolo, what's going on? Hey, Bolo, you in the fantasy league, brother? Is he in the fantasy league? Bolo, you got to get over G5JeffTV.com, man. You gotta join the prediction fantasy league, man. $500 to the winner of the league, man. Absolutely free to join. Bolo, we are expecting to see you in there, brother. Bruce Gold said Galahad's corner was heartless, pushing him out for that last round. What you think about that, Shane?
I mean, they don't know how much he would have recovered. They don't know how much he would have recovered. I feel like they were just round. I think you gotta remember, just because they're professionals don't mean they can't be overwhelmed with shock as well. I think they were shocked as well, because you're forgetting, no matter how experienced you are, you just see your man control a whole fight and get knocked down like that. The last thing you want to do is just surrender the fight. So I don't know. Maybe they weren't thinking straight, bro. Maybe they were just shocked and they were just working straight off instinct instead of actual intelligence.
Bruce Goals, can I give you my opinion on that, brother? Galahad came a long way to win that title. If I'm in the corner, I'm not losing that title, like not sending him out.
And the truth is, you're probably thinking to yourself, if he weathers this storm, he still goes on to win the fight.
Listen, that's one of them situations. I'm like, I can't win no money if I don't make the bet.
Yeah,
you gotta send him out. You gotta send him out the corner, man. That you can have a short leash on him, but you gotta send him out. You can't lose your title on the stool, like after a knockdown when you haven't given him a chance to try to recover.
But the nigga got knocked smooth out clean though.
Yeah, I mean, people want guys to go out on their shield. That's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? Bolo, AJ needs to find that inner dog again. I believe money has turned AJ civilized. That's 100%.
Bro, I don't want to hear about that guy, bro. That guy is just, I don't want to hear nothing about that guy, bro.
Slervin is in the building. What is going on, Slervin? You need to be in the fantasy league. That's what I do know. G5JeffTV.com, man. Get in the fantasy league. Stop playing. $500 to the winner is absolutely free to join. Stop playing around. Benavidez gave him his respect. That says a lot. Yeah, listen. It's Benavidez is hard to deal with. Period. He's the one guy that people like Canelo's not gonna fight. So that is crazy that it took a guy like Chiron to go in there and really like scrap it out.
Bro, I really wanna talk about Munguia and Andrade after you get through these.
Okay, comments. We can get through these real quick. BoxingFirst Vlog, he said that right was set up when kids stopped moving. You agree with that? He talking about that right hand.
I mean, the right, there was a certain level of setup to it, but you can't say there wasn't like a flash in the pan type shot.
Fair enough.
It was a flash in the pan type shot. Like there was a certain amount of setup, but the delivery, the effect, bro, he had no control over that. There's no way he says, bro, as soon as I land this shot, it's over. He's not Wilder. There was no way he could have anticipated that.
Yeah, Bruce Gould said Davis did himself proud in that fight. Benavidez was on a different level. Yeah, he's a different level type fighter, man.
He was a different level regardless.
Yeah, he's a different level type fighter, man. But I mean, Chiron went in there and did what a lot of dudes just wouldn't have taken the fight. Like the fact that he took the fight and went in there and laid it out on the line, man. Big shout out to him. Hopefully Al will take care of him. Hopefully Al will take care of him. We need more people like Chiron in the sport because we got a lot of bitches in the sport, man, for sure. I know they sad over there, lost another belt going to America.
Right now, they ain't sad. rematch room. That's what they got. Rematch room over
That
there.
is funny.
That's Eddie Hernan rematch room. All they do is rematch every single. Bro, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Match room. I've changed the name. It's no longer match room. It's rematch room.
That's funny. That's funny. Bruce Gold says Jeff only has one gear. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. D Hodge is Bruce Gold's. Boxing First Vlog. AJ wear the wrong underwear that night. He was at satin G string instead of the jock strap. That's funny. Bruce Goes, D Hodges, Chris G. I just watched the Terry and Alicia, and Terry was KO standing. Alicia got
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
power.
She's not
It's just,
standing up.
yeah, it's just the shot was so perfect though. Shot was so perfect, couldn't draw it up any better than that. If that ref, I guess give that ref a bonus for saving her. Let me say this. The referee was able to get in there before Alicia Baumgartner did anything crazy because basically he was very close. So he was able to get in there. And if that was probably two men, he wouldn't have got there in time.
Or
He
you would
wouldn't
have
have
got,
got there in
or
time.
you would have got punched in his face.
Yeah, he'd have got punched in the face for real. D Hodges, they
Bro,
said
you
it
know what? I
was.
feel like that's what happens a lot of the time. You know when refs try to wave a fight off, they don't really want to step in straight away in between the combinations because they don't want to get hit with none of them. That's what they do. They kind of wait till the guy falls because they don't want to, what's it called? They don't want to get caught with none of those money shots.
Yeah, for sure. They said it was a cherry pick going wrong. Is that the Alicia fight? Because I'm mad I didn't bet it, D Hodges. That's what you're
Nah, I
talking
think
about.
Kiko was a cherry pick.
Oh, Kiko, yeah, Kiko, yeah, for sure, for sure. Bruce Gould, Eddie said, push him out there. I already lost one of my bags.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, Kiko signed to Matthew, so it's an in-house fight.
Let me see. Slovin said I'll check it out. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
bro,
sure,
it's
bro.
free to play,
It's
$500.
free. Five
It's
hundred
free to
dollars,
play. You
bro.
can make $500.
Better KO, Alicia Baumgartner or Kiko Martinez.
Oh, AB school, Alicia Baumgartner. The reason why Kiko Martinez knockout, it was a great knockout, but I see knockouts like that all the time. I don't really see knockouts where someone's standing stiff and knocked out, like they're knocked out standing. I don't really see that. That was a better knockout for me.
Yeah, Alicia Baumgartner for me, for sure, man. Daily Reprieve in the building, man. He was in the live last night, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Said Martinez caught kid lacking. I mean, that was a monster shot, man. I mean, the first shot that put him down was a
Yeah,
monster shot.
I think the second shot was a little bit of the. You know what it reminds me of, Jeff? Do you remember when Carlos Takam fought Chisora? And Chisora
Yeah,
was getting pinged
yeah,
round after round after round. And then Chisora just landed out a big money shot and it knocked him down. And then the second one was just the lasting effects of the other one. It reminds me of that. Anyone who watched the Chisora versus Takam fight, it reminds me of that. Where you're losing a
yeah,
fight, you just flash in the pan, bang.
yeah, for sure. I agree 100%, man. Uh, Will Stokes, he said, LOL vlog. After Galahad got dropped the first time, is still going the distance. He's still gonna win. Haha, I don't know what you saw there, vlog. He said I had to pull. He said I had to pull for my pick. Will said I respect that.
Yeah, bro.
So let's get into Shane. You can introduce it.
What, Munguia?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Munguia's performance on the whole?
I liked it. I liked
It
it.
was a great performance. It was a great performance.
I
But
liked it.
I disagree with you when you spoke to me this morning. When you said that Andro what did you say again? I can't remember.
I said Andrade is going to have to put something on Munguia early to get his respect and get his attention. If he don't, he going to have a long night.
I agree with that, but I don't feel like that's going to be hard for Andrade to do.
What?
I don't think it's going to be hard for Andrade to put something on Munguia because Munguia is always there to get hit, and Andrade is real accurate with his punches, and it's not like Andrade doesn't have the power.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Munguia can take his shot, he gonna have a long night. I'm not saying that he can't.
But
I'm not saying that he can't.
He's gonna have he is gonna try and throw as much punches as possible, but he's gonna have to do a lot of chasing. Because let's keep it real,
Yeah,
like his feet is still slow. He still suffers with that Mexican disease.
Yeah, but Munguia, he closes the distance by throwing shots,
throwing punches. Yeah,
so he makes up.
He's open for punches, though. He's also open for punches.
But that's why I said when you fight a guy like that, you gotta make him think before he punch. And he ain't been in the ring with nobody that made him think before he punch.
Andrade will be the most dynamic puncher that he's been in the ring with.
I agree with that, but I don't know. Andre's activity is going to have to be really precise. His activity is going to have to be very precise because he can't go in there trying to go punch for punch with him. He got to make his punches count.
Andrade don't go punch for punch with anyone.
Yeah, but when this dude is throwing 10 punch combinations, bro.
He throws 10 punch combinations on people that's standing still. He doesn't throw 10 punch combinations. He doesn't throw 10 punch combinations with someone that's moving.
Yeah,
Andrade doesn't stand still.
But even when somebody moving, he's throwing 4 or 5.
Yeah, but he's missing a lot and he's walking into a lot as well.
Hey, who against who?
Bro, he even missed. He walked into a lot of shots against Terriano Johnson. He walked into a hell of a lot of shots in that fight. And he walked into a hell of a lot of shots against what's the dude? His first fight. Oh, is it his first fight at 160? What's that dude's name he fought? Not Toriano Johnson, the other dude. And not O'Sullivan. He knocked that dude out in the first round. There was another fight he had. Maybe it was his last fight at 154.
I forgot. But that's my thing though. Did any of them get his attention?
None of them have the dynamic. No, not Spike O'Sullivan, Blunt. He knocked Spike out in the first round. And nobody got his attention because nobody has that punch power and is dynamic with their punches. Andrade is. And Andrade might not have the power to knock him out, but he does have the power to deter him, I believe. And if he doesn't deter him, Munguia is going to have to walk through fire the whole night.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be the...
Why do you think Munguia turned the fight down? I feel like he turned the fight down for a reason.
When did that happen?
Bro, he was mandatory for... he was WBO champion at 154. He moved up to 160 and became mandatory for Andrade. I even have an article on this book that I read a while ago. He didn't take the fight, so Liam Williams took the fight. He was the one who was second.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, all I'm saying is if somebody's gonna beat an Andrade or Andrade, it's gonna be a guy like Munguia. Because the thing is, you're not gonna. Okay, so, all right, what style beats Andrade?
I think the person that beats Andrade is, for one, someone that can pressure him, but also can fight him at multiple ranges. That's what I think, and I feel like it's someone who has the physical athleticism to get that can counteract his movement. You have to be quick enough or do subtle things with your foot movement to counteract his foot movement.
Hey Shane, you gotta go in a science lab and create that fighter at 160. That fighter don't exist.
But Charlo can. I think a certain type Charlo fight. If Charlo fights the right fight, he can beat Andrade. If Charlo fights the fight that he fought when he fought Korobov, I think he loses. But if he fights the fight that he fought Derevianchenko, I think he can win.
Yeah, but based off of the description that you gave, Charlo don't do half that stuff.
Charlo can fight at different ranges.
Yeah, but he don't do it on a consistent basis though. With what you
That's
just
why
described, Charlo
no,
don't do half that stuff.
he can fight at different ranges. He is athletic enough because he does have speed. He does have speed,
But he's
and
not faster than Andre though.
he's not faster than Andre, but he's fast enough. And he throws punches at different ranges. Munguia relies too much on close to mid range for me. He relies too much on close to mid range. And someone like Munguia with slow feet that he has, Andrade will just run the whole fight and he'll walk into punches the whole fight.
All
I
I'm saying,
don't see it being no different. And don't get me, don't quote me on this. I don't see it being no different between him and Liam Williams.
you are
Because
smoking crack. You are
bro,
smoking
let
the
me explain.
finest crack.
Let me explain. Can I
You are
explain
smoking
myself?
the
Can I
finest crack.
explain
Go ahead,
myself?
please explain that. Please explain that.
When
Shane.
I mean I don't see no difference, I don't mean quality wise. I mean in terms of the style that Andrade has to fight. He could just fight the exact same style, use movement and keep it long, and that's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to do.
But Shane, that's not all he needs to do, because the thing is, he's dynamic offensively, and Liam Williams is not. So he can't walk in there.
But he's dynamic offensively
Shane,
at close range, not
right?
at long range.
But Shane, Liam Williams was in his wheelhouse all night. He didn't keep him at long range all night. He was in his wheelhouse all night. He just sucks offensively, Shane.
Bro, he was not in his wheelhouse all night, bro.
Most of the night he was.
Bro, 90% of the time, Williams was walking through big punches, and because of his defiance, he was able to walk through it. Munguia doesn't fight like that. Munguia isn't just taking a shot and then walking through a big punch. And another thing is, Munguia is a fighter. Williams is a fighter who likes to get set and then throw his punches. Andrade was offsetting him by constant pivot.
So who got a better chin, Liam Williams or Munguia?
Who is more defiant in terms of punches?
Don't answer my question with a question. Answer my question. Which one got the better chin?
Okay, I can answer that very easy. Munguia has a better chin, but that's not my point.
Because
I'll give you an example. One second. The reason why that doesn't matter is because you can have a better chin, but it doesn't mean you want to get hit. Liam Williams don't mind getting hit. Munguia isn't that fighter. Munguia isn't a fighter that's going to say, I'll take 5 shots just to land 1. Williams is.
But Shane, that's what I'm saying. That taking 5 shots to land 1 shot and you suck offensively is not going to work. What I'm saying is Andre can go in there and fight that same style, right? But if he throws them shots and Munguia is walking through them shots, all I'm saying is he going to have a long-ass night. I'm not saying what he needs to do to win the fight is wrong. Your strategy for Andre to win the fight
he had a long night against okay, I agree. I don't feel like this fight will be an easy fight in no stretch of the imagination. But I don't look at Munguia and think, okay, that style is going to be a style that because Munguia is a fighter who's still very defensively poor. He's very defensively poor.
His defense is his offense. But the thing is this is why I said Andre he has to get his respect early, because you can't go in there fighting Andre's fight. You can't be going in there dancing with Andre. You're gonna lose. You can't go in there trying to outbox Andre, because more than likely you're gonna lose. More than likely, the guy that's gonna give him the most trouble is the guy that has a lot of dog in him, that got a lot of offense. He is that guy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Munguia beats Andre. What I'm saying is that it takes that type of style to beat a technical guy with good footwork like that. That's all I'm saying. Hold on a second, bro. Go to the next point.
Let's run through all these comments. I don't even know where we are in terms of comments, bro. Shout out to you as well, brother. Munguia, a monster. Yeah, Munguia is a top fighter. Munguia Myers, Jamie need to move. Jaime Munguia needs to move to 168 and fight Canelo. Nah, bro, I feel like there's fights at 160. If he moves to 168, 160 becomes real poor. Munguia is not even the biggest at 160. So I don't even feel he needs to move up. Munguia did really well. He's a fun fighter to watch with those combos. I think Andrade versus Munguia is a 55-45 fight. I agree. Maybe 60-40 in Andrade's favor. Munguia will walk through Andrade, I promise you. I mean, I'll tell you
this. That's the question.
if he walks through Andre, he's gonna have to, there's no fighter in Andre's career, and this is a fact, who Andre hasn't been able to hurt or knock down. In fact, I think he's knocked down most of his opponents. Andre's power is so underrated, and his punch dynamic. He's very dynamic, and you can walk through someone, but you have to chase them. Munguia's doesn't have the foot speed of Andre. Like they're in two different worlds when it comes to foot speed.
Now it also depends on which Andre's showing up as far as that footwork, because that footwork can be sloppy as well.
That's
so
true.
Depending on which one shows up.
If it's the best performance I've seen from Andrade, and I know people don't talk about this fight enough, was Andrade versus Sulecki. When Andrade fought Sulecki, bro, that fight he was literally putting on a masterclass. Other than like 2 rounds where he just started to like do a lot of showboating, like the first 6 rounds of that fight, this dude was absolutely killing it. Spike O'Sullivan, salute, stay ready in the building. Shout out to the
God, stay ready. What's up, bro?
Shout out to you, bro. Boxing First Vlog, what up? What up at everybody in the chat? Wish I was on the fields with the fellas. I get you. Somebody that cuts Andrade off well, great jab, and attacks the body that breaks down Andrade. I don't know how Andrade does against a great person that pressures or cuts off the ring. That's true. I don't think Munguia is a great person at cutting off the ring, though. But
I can't. But the thing is, everybody talk about cutting off the ring. There's less than 5 guys in the sport that actually.
Yeah, we spoke about it the other day.
Yeah, people mention cutting off the ring all the time, and I'm like 9.9 out of 10 don't even
don't do the right things to cut off the ring.
Yeah.
Daily Reprieve. All I hear is Mexicans have slow feet fight, but that's why we pack so much power. Trust me, I'm a massive. One of my favorite fighters, and Jeff will tell you, is Zurdo Ramirez. He has slow feet, but I love watching Zurdo Ramirez fight. I'm always like, he's one of the dudes I really love watching. I have nothing against Mexican fighters, but it's just a trait. Just like British fighters tend to be very poor at world level, Mexican fighters just tend to have very slow feet. I feel like black fighters tend to be poor in terms of temperament. A lot of black fighters, when they're on top, they get real complacent and they don't focus that well. And that's been a massive, massive criticism of some of the best. Terence Crawford is one, Errol Spence is one, Boots is one. They just have poor temperament. Everybody has shortcomings. Andrade was wobbled 3 times against Williams. I just think he was tired. I don't think he was wobbled. He got hit with a good shot that he didn't see. I will say that. But as Jeff says, because of the way his feet is, it did look worse than it actually was. Let me
take this one, bro.
Go on.
Let me take this one. Stay Ready Boxing. Let me name that fighter that has pushed Andre to actually show how he reacts to pressure. The closest thing is Liam Williams, but like I said, he sucks offensively. So it's kind of like pressure for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Really and truly, it was like a fitness lesson. It wasn't really. At no stage did I think, oh wow, this dude's gonna be able to knock, because it takes an accumulative amount of punches. That's why I get where Jeff's saying, to knock out Andrade, you need an accumulative amount of punches. Munguia is that type of fighter, but you also need good footwork. And
say got to dip out. Chris, hold it down.
Oh, by the way, L Dub just told me about a fight that's supposed to happen in February. Dope fight.
Okay. Miles Williams. How do you think Eubank versus Williams ends? I think
Williams gets knocked up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Hold on, the joints just jumped. L Dub in the building. L Dub the plug. While we have him on the screen, what was the fight?
Chris Colbert versus Chris Colbert's fighting for the WBA super title at 130 against the regular champion. What's his name again? Gutierrez. Is it Gutierrez? I think it's Gutierrez.
That's a good fight. If it's Gutierrez, that's a good fight. Daily Reprieve, he said feet. Yeah, we got you. He said, I hear you for sure. You just spoke facts. I love both of your honest opinion. People hate hearing the truth about their own.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
I'm
what we
from
do.
the UK, yeah, and Will
He's
Stoke
hardest. He's
and
hardest on
Jeff,
the UK than anybody.
I'm hardest on UK than any other country in the world. Trust me. If Will
Yeah, that's a
Stokes was here,
fact.
he will tell you.
Oh, sorry.
In fact, read some of the comments above, and you would be able to see what he says. Trust me. I have a I have no bias to any country. Stay ready, boxing. So, what do you think Jamal Charlo gonna do if you think Liam Williams is that fighter, but that was the pressure? Personally, I think and Charlo has the ability to he's got single punch power, which Liam Williams he wasn't able to do. And I feel like he could potentially hurt Andre because we've seen Andre down, and plus he's a good counter puncher. One thing Andre does wrong is sometimes when he throws his punches, he overcompensates and distributes his power into his front foot. Good counter shots, you can knock a dude down purely and simply off balance. That's what happened in the Koke fight, where he put too much weight. Was it the Koke fight or the Fox fight? I think it was the Koke fight, maybe even the Bull fight. He put too much weight on the front foot and he got caught with a good counter shot and he got knocked down. He didn't get hurt, but he got knocked down purely and simply because he put too much weight, and he does it all the time. Andrade, Charlo's a very good counter puncher. Plus, the reason why Andrade beats most of these fighters that he fights is because when it's going hard, Andrade can use his foot movement and his jab and win rounds. When he starts running around the ring, and like let's say he's hurt or the fight's a bit difficult, when he starts running around the ring and putting that long right arm out, nobody can do that. Nobody can compete with him because one, he's faster than every fighter at 160, and two, his arms are longer than most fighters at 160, and his head movement and his dynamic, his ability to stay out of range is real good. Charlo's the only person who can compete with him because Charlo's got long arms as well. Charlo's got a good jab, but Charlo is also quick. Not as quick as Andrade, but he can still fight that long game. Nobody else at 160 can fight that long game with Andrade because their feet ain't quick enough and they ain't got enough, their reach ain't good enough. And plus he's southpaw, so it's a real hard fight to fight. Andrade is a difficult fight to fight. That's why, as much as people want to say what they want to say, I still pick Canelo to beat Andrade. But at 160, I knew why he didn't take that fight. Everybody knew why he didn't take that fight.
Bolo, Eubank by knockout. Chris G, I hope they make Munguia versus Andre. If either guy loses, it's not a huge deal. Andre never get in the Canelo fight, so he might as well take risks now. You know what? I don't have a problem with that comment, Chris G. I don't have a problem with that. He said, "I love your openness."
I mean, someone was telling Jeff that that Andrade should move up to 168 to fight Canelo.
Hold on. Can I tell you who it was?
Explain the situation.
All right. So I'm on Twitter, right? And stay ready, know who I'm talking about. When he hears the name. So I'm on Twitter and I get into a back and forth with the dude who used to be on the Boxing Voice. So he says, Canelo mops the floor with Andre, this, that, and the third. So I said, let's bet a cheesesteak on that. So he said, I don't bet cheesesteaks, I bet for real. I said, bro, if you seen my account on FanDuel, you'll know I bet for real too. So I said, so what we talking? So he said, well, that fight ain't never gonna happen. I said, all right, cool. So Rick Glaser responds and he says, bro, like Andre has like 0% chance to beat Canelo. So I told him, I said, well,
you got more confidence than Canelo.
Yeah, I said, you got more confidence than Canelo does in himself. Because I said, at the end of the day, I said, if he's one belt away from undisputed and all he had to do was go see somebody that he has zero chance of losing to, then why didn't he take the fight? So it was Rick Glaser that said it. And then it was, what's the other dude name? I forgot his name, but he used to be on the Boxing Voice. He got his own channel now. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if Andre was easy work, Canelo would have took that fight. But Eddie Hearn even admitted it and said, "Yo, that's it." You sent me the video. I seen the video. I said at least he admitted it.
For those who don't know, there is a video out right now where Eddie Hearn openly explains why Canelo, and I say Canelo, ducked the Andre fight. there's a video right there where Eddie Hearn speaks, and he says he doesn't want to speak for Canelo, but he basically speaks for Canelo and says why. And I pick Andrade to lose to Canelo, by the way. But I'm just saying there's a reason why Canelo didn't take that fight. And Eddie Hearn, who represents both of them, said the reason. He said the reason. And Canelo said himself that Eddie Hearn's the best promoter in the world. The best promoter in the world basically said that he just didn't feel the fight wasn't worth the risk.
Yeah, but
even though it's got undisputed. Even though it's undisputed.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but in terms of what needs to be done to bring the beat Andre, the volume, and then that constant energy, I might Munguia actually brings more attribute. Like his Munguia feet ain't as bad as Canelo's. Canelo feet is horrible, bro. His feet is horrible. That's a fact. So Munguia has actually more physical features.
Munguia, as you said, Munguia punches while he's going forward, and he punches to cut off the ring. Canelo don't do that.
He don't do that. So it's he said, I love your openness. Yeah, Shane about as open as it get when it comes down to opinions. Like he don't shy away. Said I asked Jeff this last night, but I'll ask, do you think Canelo can fight AJ? Yeah, he did bring that up last night. He said right now. Let me get it backdrop because you didn't see the live last night. All right. So I told Daily Reprieve that I don't think Canelo would win simply because there's guys at 175 that I think he would probably lose to. So I'd be a fool to sit up here and say that he's going to beat somebody like AJ right now. He's just too small. That was my opinion.
I mean, there's no way on earth that Canelo beats AJ. No way on earth. And I'll tell you why there's no way on earth. AJ is almost a foot taller than Canelo. Canelo's 5'8", AJ is 6'6". So he's almost a foot taller than him. He's got almost 10 inches in terms of reach on him. All AJ needs to do is basically fight the fight that he fought against Ruiz.
He can
fight anyway. And win. But he can fight the fight he fought against Ruiz and win. Because every jab that he throws is gonna land. Because he can throw it from any range. Because Canelo has to come close to land. There's no way on God's green earth Canelo can win that fight. That's a funny fight though.
Yeah, I did say that Canelo does have a shot at my man though at heavyweight. What's my
Adam
man
Karnacki?
name? No, not Karnacki. He will knock Karnacki smooth out. Babbage. He got a shot against Babbage though.
That would be fun. That'll be a fun fight.
That'd be a fun fight.
I'll say this though. I'll pick Babbage in that fight.
You pick Babbage? Okay.
I'll tell you why I'll pick Babbage in that fight. Because the last time, and I always say this, the last time we saw Canelo going backwards, Canelo lost the fight, and that was against Golovkin. Babbage ain't taking no back foot. We know that for a fact. Yeah. Either Canelo's taking that back foot or they're both standing in the trenches.
Yeah, I Daily Reprieve to answer your question. The hell no, like that ain't happening. He said, yeah, Canelo said it. I know you want a payday. Ha. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, but people just throw Canelo name up against everybody, man. 60, 68, 75, cruiserweight, heavyweight.
I mean, I even saw Canelo versus Brady, and I was just thinking, that's just an unnecessary fight.
But that's how you know he's good though, because you just throw him against everybody. Like it is what it is. Like,
people throw him against everybody other than the people that he's actually supposed to be fighting.
Well, they throw him against them too, but the thing is, we know he's not taking them fights. They throw his name in there. We know he ain't gonna take them fights, man. It's
what other fight did we not get to cover?
Of importance.
Not over the weekend. Sorry.
We covered the Baumgartner fight. The Kiko fight is really not much to be said about that. A great knockout. We covered who had the best knockout. We covered Chiron. What's next for Benavidez?
That's a good question. I see him calling out Canelo. I don't see that Canelo fight happening. If you don't get the Canelo fight, is there gonna be a mass exodus at 168?
Yeah, what I think is going to happen. I'm glad that was a setup question, but you ain't fall for the trap though. What I think is going to happen is Canelo's going to drop all of them belts, so the belts are going to disperse. I think David Benavidez is going to get a cream puff, get a belt. I think Caleb Plant is going to get a cream puff, get a belt. I even think Anthony Durrell going to get a cream puff, get a belt, and things is going to go back to the way it was maybe 2 years ago, where all those guys had belts. So for David Benavidez, I think he's going to stick around at 168, but they're going to wait for Canelo to disperse all of them belts, and his next fight will probably be a title fight.
Well, Canelo's next fight won't apparently, and I hope L Dub's in the building. He could tell me, but apparently Eddie Hearn's trying to make Bivol versus Canelo in May.
Actually, if Canelo's going to beat Bivol at any time, right now will be the time.
Facts.
Right now will be the time. Hold on. Daily Reprise said, I love the conversation at least. Haha. Yeah, I mean, it's fun combo. My man, Padman McGriff in the building, man. That's my bro right there. Big shout out to him. Benavidez versus Fedor.
Shooting off. Hell no.
Shooting off. Yeah, you bugging. Slovene, robbery of the weekend. Jose Benavidez, terrible decision. He's a shot fighter. I did catch that fight today.
I didn't even watch that fight.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live. I did catch that fight today, Slovene. I did feel like Jose Benavidez Jr. did win that fight. But that was the classic guy coming forward versus the guy that's, dipping shots, things like that. Like, it's kind of like what you like. Daily Reprieve, Canelo versus God. Haha. Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, Ben versus Munguia. Ben, who you talking about? You can't be talking about Connor, Ben.
Hell no. I've maybe meant to say Eubank.
You mean Eubank?
That would be a good fight, though.
That'd be a good fight. Eubank and Munguia. That'd be a good fight. Actually, they're mirror images of each other, to be honest with you.
I actually hope the winner of Golovkin and Murata fights Andrade. I swear to God, I hope that fight happens. Like, on God's green,
I wouldn't mind the winner of that fight fighting Munguia or Andrade. Either one, I'm cool with.
Bro, it's with the zone. So why is Eddie Hearn's even spoken about how Golovkin doesn't want the Andrade fight?
That's what I'm saying. Like, people know that his style is difficult, but the thing is, their willingness, they feel like the risk ain't worth the reward. I think a guy like I don't think Munguia turned down the fight. I don't think he gives a fuck. I think it was Oscar that turned down that fight.
Yeah,
it was Oscar that so that's why I had the difference in opinion when it comes down to.
You think Golovkin beats Andrade?
No.
This Golovkin now Golovkin.
No.
I agree.
I don't think so. Because he's not going to be there for them shots. He's not going to be there for him. Benavidez versus Gongora.
That's a decent fight, but
yeah, I like that. I
want to see this guy fight Canelo.
Yeah, I like that fight, Chris. Padman, I'm going to take Crawford for the decision and not for the knockout. Yeah, I don't think he's going to knock out Sean. I'm gonna go Bud decision as well.
What about Callum Smith and Benavidez?
Callum Smith and David Benavidez?
Yeah.
It's a solid fight. I like it. I like that fight. Even Benavidez and John Ryder, I'm cool with that fight.
That's a decent fight as well. But John Ryder's a bit too small for that work, though.
Yeah, but I think it's a good fight. I think it's a better fight than.
You think it's a better fight than what?
I said I think that's a better fight than the Callum Smith fight.
What? You think it's a better fight than the Callum Smith fight?
Yeah, Benavidez and John Ryder.
Yeah, why?
Because I know John Ryder gonna go in there and go for it. Callum Smith might go in there and fold real quick.
Yeah, we saw that against Canelo.
Daily Reprieve, Benavidez said, hold on, Bolo, Smith wins that, bro.
Oh, fair enough. He thinks Smith beats Benavidez.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Or Eubank. Yeah, it's listen, there's some quality action for David Benavidez. There's some quality action for Benavidez. There's some quality action for Andre, but guys got to be willing to step up to the plate. That's why I said.
But if we're being honest, Benavidez has been a victim of his own demise because they're losing their belt on the scales, bro.
Yeah,
If
I
you didn't lose
understand
the
that.
belt on the scales, Canelo would have had to come and see you
Not necessarily.
to become undisputed.
What happened with Andre, Shane?
But he didn't become undisputed.
But he didn't announce it neither.
That's true.
Do you honestly think he would have announced that if Benavidez still had the belt?
Announced what?
That he was going for undisputed at 168. You know he would. You know he wouldn't.
Of course not. Because
of course not. But
remember
that's what I'm saying.
When he moved up to 168 initially, it wasn't his intentions to become undisputed.
But that's why I said that point you just made was pointless because he gonna be in the same spot. It didn't matter if he had the belt or not. He wasn't gonna fight him anyway.
Now.
Yeah, he's undisputed now, but I'm like, he don't have no obligation to fight Benavidez. He just gonna drop.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If Benavidez was champion, he couldn't be undisputed.
That situation is that idea is about as worse as Andre coming up to 68 to fight Canelo. You know
no, but the reason why I'm saying that is I'm just saying Benavidez was champion at 168. He lost it. Nobody he lost it. So
I understand that. But that's what I'm saying. It is his fault. But even if he had the belt, his fortunes wouldn't have changed.
No, I'm not saying his fortunes wouldn't change. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
I'm with you.
I'm just saying that at that stage, you could always say, well, the dude didn't beat me. Right. And in order for him to be the best, he has to fight me. No matter what you say, Canelo's undisputed at 168. No one can take that away from him. He is the number one fighter at 168. And he can, this is the thing. He's the number one fighter at 168, and he doesn't have to fight Benavidez. If Benavidez was still champion, he couldn't be wholeheartedly say I'm the best at 168. He can't say it.
Yeah, but I don't think he really cares about that though.
I know they definitely don't care about that.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely
don't care about that.
Yeah, say Munguia versus Benavidez. That'll be. I think Munguia a little too small.
Yeah, Munguia not big enough for Benavidez.
Munguia not big
I even
enough.
heard someone say Andrade and Benavidez. I'm like, no, that's a bit too big.
Yeah, Andrade, he not big enough. Not big enough, man. Like,
I even heard Charlo and Benavidez. I'm thinking, bro,
actually, to be honest with you, Benavidez causes just as much problems as Andre. I'm talking about in terms of like strategy to win.
Yeah,
it's just as many problems.
Benavidez has to fight someone at 175 who's gonna beat him, or you have to be real special at 168.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think Beterbiev beats him. I think Bivol beats him.
Rosado beat him.
No.
Why not? We always have this debate.
I don't know if it's because them Jesse Hart fights is still in my brain, but
Jesse Hart is way more athletic than Benavidez, though.
Yeah, but Jesse Hart fought out his mind both fights and still lost. So I gotta think about that. I gotta think about that, bro.
That's a good fight, though.
That's a real good fight. Daily Reprieve, I think. He said, I think Pitt is gonna upset Tank. Your thoughts? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I love Pitt. Isaac Cruz Gonzalez. For the people that don't know, I love Pitt, but no.
Yeah, boy. I'm not confident with that.
A Daily Reprieve. If you, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. If you believe it, bet it.
Bet it. If you believe it, bet it.
If you believe it, bet it. I need to put that on. I gotta put that on the shirt. Yeah, I gotta put that on the shirt.
How much do we have? We have It's Me, Baby.
Yeah.
If you believe it, bet it. We working, obviously.
We working.
Point blank period.
Yeah, point blank. Finest juices. We got a nice little clothing line.
Obviously, this is my personal favorite. Dick riding ain't a great form of
transportation. Facts. Hey, listen, man. We gotta save something for tomorrow.
I mean, what's gonna for tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow's Monday.
Because it's got to be another version of the recap.
Like, yeah, we got. I don't know. Maybe I want to maybe you just talk about how Eddie Hearn's rematch clauses have affected boxing. Because
We
this
can do
guy's got
that too.
rematch clauses in both of the fights.
Yeah, we can.
I don't think Terry Harper's gonna take the
But
rematch
that's
again.
smart though. It's smart, but it's annoying. It's smart, but
It
it's
is
annoying.
so annoying, bro.
Because Shane can't stand rematch clauses. Gelato Runts, that's another person that was in the live last night. Big shout out to you, family. Berlanga versus Munguia. That's a good fight. I didn't think of that,
I
bro.
thought
I
Munguia
think
beat Belanga.
I think Munguia beats Berlanga. I think
But
Munguia might.
Belanga's 168 though.
Yeah, I think Munguia stops Berlanga. To be
Yeah,
honest with you, he said rematch room. Yeah, that's what
that's
Shane
what I'm
calls it,
saying.
rematch room.
Rematch for him, bro.
Yeah, I. But listen, we gotta save something for tomorrow, man.
Yeah,
We gonna cut this off, man. Hour 20 minutes strong, man. Quick recap from yesterday's fights, man. If you're not already on G5FTV.com, just get there. And the next fight, predict, and $500 to the winner of the league, absolutely free to join, man. We not gonna hold y'all no more. Shane, give me your social media, good brother.
I underscore am one the number shit. I am saying, bro.
Take
You can
two.
still say I'm tired. I underscore am Shane the number one,
I underscore M Shane the number one exclusively on Instagram, man.
bro.
We got a boxing group chat as well. If you want to follow us on Instagram, definitely do so and send us a DM and say you want to join the group chat. We'll put you on. Chris G said Bivol does not beat Benavidez. I knew I was gonna get your attention with that. He probably gonna be in my DMs about that too. Daily Reprieve, imagine if Pitt KO's Tank. You dreaming big.
I mean, put money on that. You got to
Put
super
money
chat
on
that,
that.
boy.
Yeah, Chris G, maybe Beterbiev can beat Benavidez.
Maybe he said maybe.
Yeah, Chris, we gonna have to have a conversation.
Who
Daily
does
Reprieve
Chris
KO
think wins, Canelo or Benavidez?
Benavidez, of course. Why would you even ask that, Shane?
I
That's
don't know.
his
He's a big Canelo fan as well.
hell no, not nowhere near Benavidez. Bro, he's the same person that said if Canelo and Benavidez fight, he's emptying out the 401k plan to go get a front row seat for that fight. He's not playing. Chris G said Benavidez is taller and longer reach than Bivol and will make 175 easier and won't have to be drained. So he will see an even better Benavidez at 175. Gelato Runt said Beterbiev the toughest at 175. I agree. Daily Repeat, he said, real, why do
Real
UK fighters
question, man.
fall short all the time in big fights? We talked about that a little earlier. It's
I've
just
spoken
different.
about that for so
Daily
many years.
Reprieve, it's just different levels of just fighter. Like it's just different levels of fighter. And it
And they just
starts with
gone.
it starts with the gyms, it starts with the trainers, it starts with the proper amount of hype. There's a
Yeah,
lot of things that goes into that.
there's a massive talent gap
Yeah,
in. But what
the
you got to understand is okay. So America, Mexico, Eastern Europe have better trainers. They also have better, like their attitude towards boxing is much better. In England, it's mainly about can I turn this person into a superstar? Can I make this person sell? Because it's
yeah,
people, that's the main priority. Then also matchmaking. Then how you move dudes through the amateurs. Then matchmaking in the pros. There's so many, and then in the gym culture, and I can tell you this because when I went to Philly, the two gyms that I went to was polar opposite to gyms that I've seen in the UK. So there's so many reasons that lead. If you got a young kid from UK and young kid from the United States, I guarantee you, just putting them in those environments, the United States fighters probably gonna be better. But yeah, I don't know where Jeff's gone. But yeah, we can call it here, bro.
all right. Uh Daily Reprise said very good channel. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow. Um scheduled 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock UK time, 3 o'clock West Coast. For some reason, Blunt is 2 hours behind, except for three now. Um, But you can follow Boxing First Vlog on Instagram at boxing, the number 1 ST vlog. On Twitter is Boxing First Vlog. First is spelled out. And you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at G5JeffTV. Follow us on G5JeffTV.com. Join the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League. What's our next fight up? Is it the
Tim
Tim
Zoo.
Tszyu fight?
Tim
The Tim
Zoo.
Tszyu fight this Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Definitely get in. We gotta put a poster up for that. Make sure to
Yeah.
remind people too. And Slavin said Tim Tszyu live press on now. Yeah, we're gonna be on live Wednesday though. We're gonna be on live Wednesday for that fight. But listen, man, this was a good live, man. Almost an hour and a half strong. Big shout out to
Bro,
everybody
it's
that was
gonna
in
be a
there.
bit of a problem for you though, bro. The Tim Zoo live, according to L Dub, is like 3 a.m. your time.
Like 3 a.m. my time. Does the card start at 3 a.m.?
I think the card might start at 3 a.m.
All right, well, yeah, that's gonna be. We'll have to talk about that off camera, because I don't know what my schedule will be. I don't know if I'm gonna have off that day or not. Daily reprieve. I think we are more pissed in the States and in Mexico. Fair enough for sure. Yeah, we got a lot of reasons to be upset. To be honest with you, I'm like, if you feel like David Benavidez is getting shafted, you know what I'm saying? There's Isaac Cruz Gonzalez about to get them paws put on him. There's a lot of reasons to be bad, man. Like for sure, you know what I mean. But listen, man, on behalf of VP Shane, Boxing First Vlog, your boy G5 Jeff TV, man, we will see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We are out.